Hey guys, I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. We just stopped Iron Maiden to film this. Can't tell you what a bummer that is, but gotta make a video. Hey guys, thanks for joining me. Look what I got here. Check this out, Umorok Red. I don't even know if I'm saying that the right way, but that's a pretty cool pepper, right? I mean, will you look at that thing? Come on, it's speaking to me. I'm not even joking you. Hear it talking? All right. Umorok Red, Damien, my buddy Damien Crowley grew this. So let me tell you a little bit about this. Umorok Red. This pepper is a ghost pepper type from Manipur, India. Okay, Manipur is a state in the northeast of India and lies along the border of Burma. Okay. Here's the deal with this. It's extremely hot and it has more of a sweetness to it than most ghost peppers. They have it in a red and a chocolate. Sometimes they get a little tail, sometimes they don't. We're gonna munch this right now. I didn't weigh this thing. Do me a favor, will you? Can you, boy, I tell you what, Chris is the man with a plan. I didn't even say anything. I said, man, I didn't weigh this. He went and just went into action. And I'll tell you what, you are the man. Thank you so much, Chris.
You got it.
Man, how cool is that? My dude right there. All right, so this is exactly 8.6 grams. So it's a beautiful pepper. I love the shape of it. Honestly, what a pretty pepper this is. Reminds me of an alligator's mouth right there. Man, I see things in peppers all the time, like a mouth of an alligator. Very, very cool. All right, guys, we're gonna munch this thing up. Here, you know what I'm gonna do? See if I can do this. Been practicing with it. Don't know how it's gonna work out. We're gonna give it, oh, look at that, huh? There we go. We'll put it right here. We're gonna cut this pepper for you guys. Okay, got a few dark seeds in there I'm gonna remove, but there it is. Let me do that right here while you guys are watching. I don't want to eat moldy seeds. I certainly don't mind eating the pod that the moldy seeds resided in, but I'm not really down for munching on molded seeds. Which is crazy because you know what? I'm not sure any bug could survive inside me. All right, let me pull this back, people. Hey, I don't know if I've told you this recently, but guess what, you guys? It's pod season. I'm not kidding. All right, guys, so this is the Umorok Red. Pretty cool looking pod. It's going to be similar in heat. It's going to be ferociously hot, and it's going to be a little bit sweeter than the average ghost pepper. So thank you for hanging out with me. Oh, by the way, I want to tell you real quick. This was a very, very crazy day in the office today. I intended to have Johnny versus Normie with Al and Cyrus. Wasn't able to get it done with either one today, but I will do it tomorrow. Cyrus, you with me?
Yeah.
Are we in tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And Al too. Al already split, or he'd be saying something back there. So that'll be done tomorrow. I'm sorry. I know I don't like doing, not doing what I told you I was going to do, but this was out of my hands. Guys, this from Damien Crowley. This is the Umorok Red. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. Ha! Oh wow! Totally sweet. Wow! Wow! Yeah, it's hot, but it's so sweet.
Wow.
Like ridiculously sweet. Like you injected that with sugar. That was crazy. It was a very juicy pod, and immediately up front, this burst of sweetness that you just don't get on a ghost pepper. Really fantastic. Apart from that, you had the ghost pepper flavor. So you had that ghost pepper flavor just with this bolt of sweetness on it. Incredible. Very, very neat pod right there. So, let's talk for just a moment about the burn, where it's at, first of all. Ghost peppers pretty much burn the same place. Burns it overall mouth, like a tongue burn, mouth burn. Voids the throat. Somehow I was able to swallow that pepper and not have it irritate my throat. Isn't that something? Bumming my mouth out though. Actually, I shouldn't say bumming. I live for this burn, so it's pretty cool. It's got that slow creeping, kind of like this with ghost pepper. It starts off slow. You think you're okay, then it goes like this. It's done this to so many people. You're like, oh my God, what is this? And then it slowly comes back down. Whereas a Reaper is like a lot more aggressive. So it's got the typical ghost pepper burn. It's just a whole lot sweeter. Now, as far as the heat level, Pretty mild for me. Kind of in the zone right now, building my tolerance. Got a big thing with League of Fire coming up. Somebody, you know, a non-chili head eats this. It's absolutely every bit as hot as your average ghost pepper. So we're looking at probably 1 million Scoville heat units. So if you're used to ghost, you'll be able to handle this. It might be just a hair hotter than a ghost. Hard to say. I remember when a ghost would absolutely level me. Years and years and years ago, I was working the job I had before this. I was actually I worked for a telemarketing company.
Wow.
True story, man. Sales and marketing. And I remember I was into peppers big time, and I thought I was going to try to work on my tolerance. So I sat down at my desk, at work, mind you, with a bag of ghost peppers. I started eating ghost peppers at work. Little confession: the first time I did that, I overdid it. Ruined me for about 20 minutes. I had to take an early break. But I got to the part where I could munch those like throughout the day. Keep talking. That's why ghost pepper is one of my, I tell you what, you gotta love the ghost pepper. It's got a great flavor, a great burn you can count on. Just a happy pepper all around. All right, so the heat's already declined. For me, it got probably to like a 2, maybe a 2.5. But remember, I'm about 7 points right now below the average person. So, you know, if I, you know, it's about 2.5 for me, call it a 2. If we gave that to Al or Chris or Cyrus, that's going to be about a 9 or a 10 for them. I'm just used to it. Not a bravado thing. It's just how I'm wired, people. Man, if you get your hands on Umorok Red, I'd urge you to. Pretty flavorful. Great ghost pepper flavor, but crazy sweetness. I mean, I don't know if I just got a really rare one. I know it said in the notes that I researched it's a sweeter version of the ghost, but man, that was absurd. That was incredible. What a sweet, sweet pepper. And you know, the funny thing is, a lot of times in the super hots, I don't really consider a ghost pepper a super hot. It's a hot pepper. But I wouldn't say it's a super hot. Maybe I would, I don't know. If you're gonna call the ghost pepper super hot, or super hot, then you gotta call like the Reapers and everything else ultra hots. Because there's gotta be some sort of delineation between a ghost pepper and the really crazy one. So, but man, great pepper. You guys gotta get your hands on one. If you have an opportunity, do it, because most of the really hot peppers, super like ghost and above, sweetness. So the hotter the pepper, you start getting a higher frequency of like floral notes and bitter notes. The hotter the pepper. It's just sort of the way it goes, you know. It's just kind of how it works. So this is unusual. It's super, super sweet. So if you like sweetness, and I'm telling you, man, this is a great pepper. I'm a fan. What can I tell you? All right, so we're going to wrap this thing up. That was a neat pepper. I'm glad I tried that. You know, I may have tried that in the past. I think I probably did. I don't know. Been so many peppers I've eaten. But you know what? Every year it's different. Some people say, well, you already reviewed that. Yeah, well, that was last year's pepper. This year could be unique. I don't know who, you know what I mean? So that's why we always do that. Always. All right, guys, so we're going to wrap this thing up now. Hope you guys had a fun day. Tomorrow we will resume the shenanigans here, and you will see, you'll see me and Al, and me and Cyrus. And I'll give you guys a hint. You know what we're doing tomorrow?
Blisters.
Something like that. Look at that. You guys recognize that label? Huh? That's your tube of terror. So tomorrow we're going to be eating tube of terror nuts. Right, Cyrus?
Yeah.
Yeah, my man. All right, man, I love working here, you guys. If you could had any clue how fun this place was to be, I'm not joking you. I've worked a lot of places. I've worked with a lot of great people. Man, this is a crew. This is a crew. This is such a happy place for me to be. All right, guys, wrap this up. I love you guys a lot. Thanks for your understanding about not having Al and Cyrus in today, but they will be in tomorrow. Of that, I am confident. And you know what? Talked briefly to David from David and Goliath, and he said that he was open and kind of eager to do something tomorrow as well. So tomorrow could be a fun day of just destroying, eating hot stuff with newbies. Will never destroy anybody. How are you, sir?
Fine as frog here.
That is David Foy, the man behind Blazing Foods. Fine as frog hair, he said. All right, guys, we're out of here. Thank you for hanging out with me. Right there is our pepper. Man, if you haven't clicked that pepper, what are you waiting for? Seriously, it costs you nothing, and it's an indication to us that we're doing something right. So please do that. It's kind of fun to watch that thing grow. Do you guys know I remember when there was none? I remember the day I started this, there was not one. Pretty cool, the family's growing. Right there also is a bell. If you click that bell, a little drop box will happen, hit all, and you won't miss any of the videos. They'll notify you. Right there is League of Fire. League of Fire is pretty cool. You know, they've created a forum, massive global spotlight, and a ranking system for the world's craziest chili heads. I'm very proud to say I'm one of them. So check them out, give them a follow, because there's some really exciting things with League of Fire coming up. And right there, man, those are two stuff on my playlist. Fun to watch. Dig in there, have some fun. Guys, I love you. I mean that. I'm not just saying that. Those aren't just words. I'm Johnny Scoville. This was Chase the Heat.